please.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to Professor Maithil Krishnan, resource person of today's all lab training sessions. Mrs. Anila Jayachandran, Vice President of Thrissur Sahodaya. Mrs. Janani, the manager who is behind arranging all this program, and other officials and dignitaries from Amrita Vishwavidyapitham University, and dear teachers from Thrissur Sahodaya. I welcome you all on today's our online all lab training program for teachers of English literature, then science and mathematics. As they say, every crisis gives us an opportunity. This is an opportunity for all of us. Now, I don't know how many of us thought 6 months back we would be attending a seminar or webinar or a training program like this. But thing is this, we have all learned, we all adapted to the situation, and we are here now. So I am not taking much time. I would like to thank Amrita Vishwavidyapitham for organizing this training program. We of course had one training program like this last year. Thrissur Sahodaya conducted one program in Kulabadi Munshi, I think, highly successful program. So once again we got a chance, our teachers got a chance. What I understand, we have more than 650 participants attending in today's this all lab training or training orientation program, whatever you call it. I'm not taking time. See, let me introduce resource person of our day. I was just enjoying his song, because we joined 10-15 minutes back. And
you were there live. I didn't know that, sir. I'm sorry. Okay.
No problem, sir. No, but I enjoyed it because I could read, you are a very jovial, straightforward, simple person that I could read from your approach, sir. The way you are interacting with them. I love it, sir. Okay, anyway. And he's a trainer, trainer, coach, mentor, whatever you can call it, and a postgraduate in economics, right? And in fact, he worked with MNS like, I'll read out, sir. I will read out. Procter and Gamble, Taj Coromandel, then TVS Sri Chakra, MRF Limited, all very reputed organizations. And he has been with Amrita Vishwavidyapitham now, currently working as chairman, career competency development. As I told, he's a postgraduate in economics and has executive MBA from prestigious Indian School of Business, an international certified trainer from MAC, Management Assessment Certification, Singapore. He has been conducting orientations for principals and teachers and been a life coach and mentor for students. He is passionate towards singing, no doubt, sir. And really, you are a classical dancer also, sir. Excellent. I haven't seen a trainer who is equally good at singing and dancing and taking training. Really love to see you, sir. Looking forward to hearing from you. I'm not taking my time because I don't think I'm the right person here. So once again, I welcome you, sir. Wish you all the best for today's session. I welcome Mrs. Anila Jayachandran, our Vice President, okay, also Principal of Kulabadi Munshi Bhavans Thrissur. And I'm Dr. Dinesh Babu, Principal of CSM Central School and also Secretary of Thrissur Sahodaya. So thank you very much, Janani. Once again, thank you very much, and you have been doing an excellent job. Okay, organizing and keeping everyone in, contacted and informed and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
Looking forward to hearing from you, sir. Please, thank you.
My pleasure, sir. So good afternoon to all of you, and now the time is 4 p.m. I'm sure all the teachers or most of the teachers would have either had tea or coffee, right? Of course, without me, and as Dinesh sir introduced me, right? I'm quite a jovial person as far as relationship is concerned. I keep building my relationship through my smile on my face, and many of my friends have informed this. And thanks a lot, Mr. Dinesh, for introducing me as a person, open-minded, jovial. So what is life without joy? I mean, after all, there is nothing like happiness comes through the smile that you show on your face. And I always tell the teachers, keep smiling. Right? I'm sure there'll be around 400 to 500 teachers, and each of the teacher I advise, or I have no right to advise, but I inform them that keep your smile on, whatever may be the problems that you face within yourself, because smile is contagious. The more you smile to someone else, he makes 100 and 1,000 people smile. So smile is contagious. I smile at you, you smile at me, and the smile keeps on going. So the happiness comes through smile. So thank you so much. And Anila ma'am, thank you so much again. So the president, vice president, the office bearers of Trichur.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, lovely sound is coming. Anila ma'am, you are also good. Anila ma'am, your sound is also as better than my sound. So
yeah, it's as sweet as me.
Yeah.
It's as sweet as me.
ഒരു പഴയ പാട്ട് ഡ്യുവറ്റ് പാടണം കിട്ടുമല്ലോ.
It can be at the end as a dispersal song. Doesn't matter.
Okay, as you wish. Thank you so much. So let me get on with business. And
nice.
Before I start on to my business, my dear teachers, you are doing a wonderful job here. Come on. Hats off to you, teachers. Because it is sometimes I sit and think as to how do you do such wonderful job. You are all as early as February or March 2020 sitting in the class teaching your students, right? The January 2020, what did you do? Went to school, trusted well, right? Went to school. Oh my God, teaching them, saying, hey, with the stick, come on, sit down, get up, learn this, don't look here, come on, attendance. All this was happening January, February, March. And March 24, what happened? Lockdown. And I felt it's going to be just for a couple of weeks, but then it continued. And the lockdown was like, it's like something which nobody predicted that is going to be not almost. Half year is gone, and we are just left with 4 more months to complete 20. But what I'm trying to say, teachers, with all these difficulties, you teachers have never allowed the teaching learning process to break. Kudos to you. Hats off to you. Salute you. A wonderful job. I'm over-thrilled by this, because there are many teachers who are not used technology as such till April or even May of 2020. And today they become technocrats. They talk about WebEx, they talk about MS Teams, they talk about Zoom. Oh my God. I mean, I know teachers because I do a lot of orientation for teachers other than curriculums. Academics don't ask me to teach you, but other than anything else, I go to lots of schools. I've come to Trichur to many schools. I don't remember the names, but that's about 3-4 years back. So I keep going around, and that's why I told ma'am, Anila ma'am, that when I come next to Trichur, I will certainly, come and meet her, and we'll sing the final song. Trichur is very close to my heart. You know why? Because I come from the adjacent district called Palakkad. And one thing I always look at Trichur, ma'am, Anila ma'am, don't mistake me for saying this truth. In Kerala, the most beautiful girls come from Trichur. The most beautiful girls come from Trichur, right? This is what my father said as early as 1970s. So it is a fact. So nice to have you all here, but I cannot see your faces and say you are the most beautiful lady on the earth. But still, I know all of you are at. That doesn't mean girls from Palakkad are not beautiful. Okay, let's get on to the business now. Once again, thank you so much for coming, and we will tell you some tips to how to conduct a practical ride without going to the traditional laboratory. So let's go on to the orientation of the OLABs. OLAB stands for online labs, right? And this is myself, not much of hair, right? Highly disciplined those times. My name is Medil Krish. I'm a life coach and a mentor. As Sir mentioned about me, I'm currently the chairman of Career Competency Development at Amartha Vishwavidyapeetham Ettimadai in Coimbatore. So that's what I am now. And then I need to introduce Dr. Prema Nedungadi, who is the director of Amartha Create. Amartha Create is Amartha Center for Research in Analytics, Technology, and Education. So she is the person responsible for online labs. So that's Dr. Prema Nedungadi, and she's also the chairperson for Computer Science Engineering at Amritapuri campus in Kollam district. So this is what it's all about. Thank you, ma'am, for creating these online labs as early as 2012, 2013, and today it has come handy to most of our teachers. And there are some schools who are using it, as like sir was saying that in 2000 last year or something you had similar orientation. Maybe the number of teachers would be less then, but today we have 600 odd plus teachers who are registered with us. So this is the introduction, and of course we have our Chancellor Shri Madha Madanamani Deviji for supporting us and making this university to this level, right? Thank you so much, Amma, for this. And Amma always says education for living and life, and my dear teachers, have that courage. I think Hindi mein bolta na jo dar gaya so mar gaya. So please don't worry about anything in life. Stick to your guns, follow rules. Nothing is going to happen. Immune yourself, your children, to face this very, 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 very unforeseen, unexpected virus. It's not going to stay with us, but you can protect yourself by immuning yourself. If you're a little obese, reduce your weight. Right. If you reduce your weight, I'm sure, because I was around 90 plus. Today I'm 74. In the lockdown, I reduced by 16 to 17 kilos. So I have no issues at all today. My sugar has come under control. My wheezing has come under control. And I'm very confident today. So keep yourself fit physically. You need not worry at all. Do some physical exercises. Do some dancing, as sir was saying. No, I keep dancing to my wife's tune, right? Not to the music which I put on my radio or my transistor, but I always dance. I keep dancing because that itself keeps you healthy. So have those guts. Immune yourself, and then the virus will say goodbye to you, won't have the guts to even come closer to you. So teachers, my advice number 2 to that, to all to us, please keep yourself fit, hale, and healthy. And this is where our university stands, and that is the headquarters at Etimade, which is around 25 kilometers from Palakkad to Coimbatore route. And I'm sure teachers, when the things go well with us all, please, we will arrange all your visit to our university. You can be our guest for a couple of days. So please ensure that you visit us. Maybe I'll talk to Sir Dinesh sir when things get settled down, that you make a visit to our university. Welcome you all to our university. You must see to believe what is all about. 2 things which I have to have discussed. I'm sorry, I'm not praising about the university, but I have to praise for the university because during the lockdown, we achieved a lot of feathers in our cap. So first is Amrita is globally ranked #1 private university in India as per the Times Higher Education. The recent Times Higher Education, April, May, we were declared the #1 private university. We were in the world ranking of 125th rank. So that is kudos to Amrita University. And secondly, 2 months back, we were declared as the 4th best university as per National Institutional Ranking Framework, which is again with MHRD. So kudos to you. And the reason one is the Atal ranking of institution in innovation and achievement. So the Atal ranking, which has just come out about 2-3 days back, or 3 or 4 days back, we were again declared as the 4th best private university in India. This again the declaration from MHRD. So this is what it is, and let me tell you about our university. You name anything, you name School of Engineering, School of Arts and Science, School of Business, School of Biotechnology, School of Agriculture Science, right? School of Dentistry, School of Ayurveda, School of Medicine, you name anything, we have everything with us except for School of Law. So I close about my university. The more I say, you'll say I'm talking too much about the university. So I stop it here and get on to my business. And today we're going to talk, oh my God, what is this now? Oh, I want to read it out. A teacher somewhere in your neighborhood is preparing lessons to teach your children. In a minute, it takes you to read this. Teachers all over the world are using their free time and investing their own money for your child's literacy, prosperity, and future. I want this. The parents must be reading this. You know, like the teacher, please let me tell, the teacher's profession is certainly a noble profession. A teacher, a soldier, and a farmer. These 3 professions will remain noble whatsoever, wherever we go. These are the 3 major professions. And why I'm putting this across is I have found parents making fun of teachers. Please, parents, please tell them that you are investing your time for the betterment of their children, right? because you love them as your own children. I always say to the teachers today, when you are in the school, be parent to your children. When you go home, be a teacher to your spouse, your husband or your wife, and your children. So this is one mantra I would say to be an extraordinary teacher. Be a teacher at home and a parent in the school. So here it is. Salute to you all teachers. And I go to the next slide of mine, which takes you to the first slide of what is this online labs. So you'll find something to do with the government of the state emblem, right? The Ashok Chakra on the left. You have something Amrita. You have something CDAC. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the login, this. So, that my friend Sanish is there. I'm sorry, Sanish is there, and he's going to introduce you to this. So it is something to talk about the digital content mapped to the school syllabus, right? So it's all mapped to the school syllabus. When I say school syllabus, it is for the Central Board Secondary Education, CBSE. And something is written physics, chemistry, biology, maths, and English, which means all these 4, 5 subjects we have labs online. So that is what it is. All right. So we will go a little briefing on this during my presentation, which will take about maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So MEIT is the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. It was a part of Ministry of Communication, but now they have an independent body, and these are the people who funded us to develop this particular online lab with the help of CDAC. I'm sure most of the teachers would know about CDAC, Center for Development of Advanced Computing, Bombay, with Amrita University, developed this online lab. And thanks a lot to MET for giving us lots and lots of support in developing this online lab as early as 2012, 2013. So I want to tell you as to why did we develop this? How did it come to our mind, and how did it trigger that we should go in for an online as early as 2010? But let me tell you, teachers, there are 3 or 4 main, or even 5 main reasons. Number one reason is, don't think every place is like Thrissur. Don't think every school is like Thrissur schools. We have schools with excellent lab facilities, with all modern amenities, apparatus, right? Fantastic. The fees you may be on the higher side. Parents are able to pay those fees, so they get the best of the education, or even on practicals. But there are schools in the remote areas. If you go a little deeper into what India is all about, I've gone to make a study. And let me tell you, those early years of 2011, 2012, there are schools in the remote villages of India with no roofs on top. There are schools with 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th standard students sitting together. And one teacher teaching them different for 6th standard, different 5th standard. I've seen this. There are schools without no toilets for even girls. My God, it's ridiculous. It's saddening. So it is not the schools what we see in Kerala. Kerala is highest literacy, right? So it's Kerala schools are different. That's why we have more than 1,500 CBSE schools in Kerala. And there are schools where, along with the students, there are dogs and cats and oh my God. Hens all sitting together making co sound. I've seen this. So there are schools where there are labs, but no apparatus. So we thought the right to education is equal to all. And we felt that we should bring in to those schools who do not have these facilities of a modernized lab to do this online. And that's why one reason is that. The second reason, teachers, is for, if you ask me, these are the certain schools which you'll find, not that much of a facility to do those laboratory experiments without the proper usage of the apparatus. We felt let's help them out, and that's why we came out with online labs. The second reason is, like, we have many laboratories which are, which you can do one experiment at a time and then forget it. But we felt that experiment must be repeated. Can you do a chemical experiment, keep repeating, keep repeating, keep repeating? No, you do once and say goodbye to the experiment. So we thought to repeat those experiments, we cannot do it in a traditional way, but we could do it when it is online. A child needs to repeat to understand the experiment better, and that's why online labs came into existence. The other reason would be for safety purpose. Now there are laboratories, chemical laboratories, where acids are dangerous, hazardous to the head, and it falls on the feet, finished. it'll break, the glasses will break. And there are certain experiments where some people do not like to. Those times there used to be dissection of a frog, or some people, oh my God, so they don't like to do it. So when they don't like to do it, why not we make them do it online? Today it's everything virtual, right? Even in a medical college, things are done, the experiments are done on virtually. You can't go because you don't get that much of dead bodies, but a doctor has to learn to be a doctor future. They have to get dead bodies. They can't kill somebody and say, I have to graduate myself into MBBS, let me kill you, I want a dead body. You can't do that. So the virtual labs are already being used by the MBBS students. So we thought, okay, let's have something like that. And that's why the third reason. The fourth reason, there are teachers, but not that competent enough in their subjects. Every teacher is not like you teachers. I mean, there must be something to do with continuous learning. But where is the facility to teach them? They're all somewhere far off. So NCERT approached and said, why don't you help us out so that we go not physically, but we go with the subjects to teach those teachers to be more competent enough to understand their subjects in English or maths or physics or chemistry, so that they do a better experiments with their children. So for the purpose of teaching, teachers who are far away and who are not that good in that particular experiments, we helped them to learn the experiments through online. So that could be the fourth reason. And the other reason could be, now if I ask one biological teacher, ma'am, please let us do an experiment on on this particular life cycle of a mosquito. How many of us can do that? You cannot go to search of an egg and then come and keep it with you, and come bring it and keep it with you and then do the experiments. You cannot do it. So the life cycle of a mosquito has to be done through online. And if somebody asks you to do a sort of an experiment on a simple pendulum in the atmosphere of Jupiter, it can be done only online. And any experiment on this magnet, right, has to be done online. So if you have to look at the sensing of a magnet, you cannot see it when you do the experiment, but when you do it on an online lab, you'll be able to understand this better. So all these experiments, there are certain experiments which cannot be done physically in a traditional lab. We thought, let us take it over to completing online laboratory, and that's why we brought this online. So these are the major reasons as to why we brought in this online, and this is where it is. Online labs, right, launched, in the year 2015 by Honorable Minister of Information Technology, Sri Ravi Shankar Prasad. So 2015, we are 5 years in. So that is Dr. Prema Nadagadi, right, along with Mr. Ravi Shankar inaugurating this online labs. Right. So that was the launch. Now, teachers, I want you to look at this. Right, these are certain. It's fine. I mean, CSIT Excellence Award and Scotch Award or Merit. So we were shortlisted for a jury award by the NASCOM. So all this, okay, fine. These are all. I mean, there's nothing. And this is how it is. Like, which I want to say. Like, we are here because of the CBSE circular and endorsement of February 2013. That time, Mr. Vinny Joshi was the chairman, and he had sent some people to Amritapuri to evaluate and understand the outcomes of each of the experiments from physics, chemistry, and biology. How accurate is the outcome? You can do experiments, but the accuracy in the result is what matters. And that is where they had sent almost about 20-30 people to stay with us and then go through all the experiments. And then they have given the endorsement in February 2013 that the CBSE schools across the country, even abroad, can close their eyes and go ahead with online labs. So teachers, don't ever worry about the accuracy. I bet you, though I am not a science student, I'm an economics student, but still I can give you that commitment from my university and online that the outcome and the results, what you receive out of or what you get out of this experiment is 100% perfect. So no doubt about it. All right. So this is the CBSE circular of 2013, which was again followed by yet another circular by 2016. Right. So it was again sent by the chairman saying that, like, we had now every CBSE school can follow this online lab for the betterment and understanding of our children in science, mathematics, and English. So this is the confirmation on the circle of 2013. So you are listening to some online lab orientation from a confirmed circular of CBSE. So we are authorized people to orient you. So please don't worry about the type of practicals that you're going through and the result that you're going to get. It is not just for the CBSE schools, even the Navodaya Vidyalayam. I'm sure Trichur has a Navodaya Vidyalayam, right? Trichur has, Palakkad has, every district has a Navodaya, and their joint commissioner sitting at Delhi have issued to all the deputy commissioners that you can bluntly go and accept any orientation online labs. Please make use of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham for orienting. So this is, forget about Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangadan, right? From the headquarters, they have sent it to all the deputy commissioners across all the states that they can, if approached, or you can approach Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham for organizing this particular. So we have Kendriya Vidyalaya letter, we have Navodaya letter, we have for CBSE chairman's letter. So you are watching something which is just not an orientation, but orientation legally approved by such heads. So this is all about it. And yes, I'll just run through this. Teachers, whatever you're going to see, watch, as if you are really watching a live cinema, right? You know, it is very interactive session that is you're going to show. The simulation is so good that as if you are doing it physically. So that would be the outcome when you see those demonstration will be done by Mr. Sanesh. The other one is, you know, it has got a total learning. It is not just the animation part of it. It has got the total learning experiences. You know, the experiments are total learning. It's not just one experiment, just show you on animation and say thank you. No. So it starts from theory. I'll come back to that. So it is an overall experience of conducting an experiment online as if you're doing it on a traditional lab. So teachers, watch out. The third point, which comes on this pie chart, is teachers, remember, you can explore close to about 136 online labs in physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, and in addition to that, we have also started a bit here and there with English also. So it is for the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th standard, but for mathematics. Mathematics, 11th and 12th experiments are limited. I think Sanish will explain to that a little later. But physics has 54, 46, and 36, and mathematics have 25 only for the 9th and 10th standard. And we have added this. COVID intervention today have made online labs run for the money. When I say run for the money, we are not charging you anything for anything, right? It's all done totally out of our due respect to our teachers and schools across the globe, right? Wherever CBSE schools are there. So no, it's all done free. And I say run for the money. Today the schools are coming back to us and say, why don't you do this? And we have done quite a few of them. I think this in the last 1 month or so, we have completed close to our 13 Sahodayas we have done it. Isn't it 13 Sahodayas? If my memory is right, if I have to correct it, ma'am, you please correct me later. But I think it's our 13th Sahodaya online lab orientation, right? So COVID has helped this online lab to pick it up this way, right? We wanted to go this way, but it is now this way. So fine, fantastic, thank you. So necessity is the mother of invention. I got to use it, and children are going to learn it far better than actually a physical lab. What else to do now? You can't go to the school. Can you go? No, you can't have a. So this is the only way out. So take it, chalta. And we have trained more than 30,000 teachers and gone to about 9,000 schools so far. It's 8,500, but 9,000 schools, and everything is free. And every lab experiment is aligned to the NCERT curriculum. So nothing to worry, ma'ams. And there will be quite some changes, which we are doing it now because the physics curriculum has changed in the last few years or so. So we would certainly be changing those, new or deleting some old experiments and adding newer ones. So this is on this salient features. Now let's look at the e-content. Like if you have to sign in, this is the way you will go through. My friend and colleague would explain to you on this. Now, when I said it's a complete presentation of an experiment, you'll find on the left side, right? If you're going to do a focal length, convex mirror experiment. You'll find the theory part of it. What is in the theory? Sanish will tell you. Again, if from the theory you can move to the second is the procedures, how you should go about, right? From procedures, you move on to the animation part of the experiment, which Sanish will do it for you. Some of the experiments will have videos. If unfortunately convex mirror focal and there's no videos, so it straight away go to the simulation, and from simulation it moves to what we call is the Vivavos, where we can actually, one of the plus points in this online lab is you can test the knowledge, test how the students have learned the particular experiment, because this Vivavos has 10 questions, or I think it's 10 questions, and they will be asked questions based on the experiments, and you can evaluate your students' understanding of those experiments. So that is what is Vivavos, and then you go to the resources. From where do you pick up these experiments? So you have the books, you have the websites, right? These are the questions which will come for the Vivavos, and the next is the books and journals, or wherever website or from which source we have received this experiment. So if you want to re-refer to those experiments on this particular book, you can always do that. So this is how it is. And the last one is, of course, the feedback, which is quite vital for us. Unless you give us the feedback, we cannot improve. And recently we did one for Bangalore Sahodaya. We had about 2,700 registrations, and all those teachers from computer science lifted their hand and say, Krish, why don't you develop computer science? We are doing it. So we are now developing. We call them again for a meeting. We knew from them as to what is required, and we are developing something to do with the Python, right, language, and something to do with artificial intelligence, whether we can develop those into those online labs for the students to understand better, because tomorrow is going to be a blended teaching learning process. So it would be whether 50-50 of live and classroom. So I don't know. So but it is going to be blended. You're not going to school for 6 days, I'm sure about it. 4 days at school and maybe 2 days at home. So whatever it is, so it's going to be that. So I move on to the next. This is what it is. Now, teachers, for you, there is something to write on your piece of paper. How is it going to help the teachers? How it's going to help the students? I have points with me, but write down on a piece of paper if you have, or even put it on a chat box and see how much you understood the advantages and the merits of this online labs. Now, this slide will show you, yes, it's better. You can use your smartphone. You can also use a tablet. Tablet is recommended, but still you can use it on this phone. No issues at all. And there are, if you go through Google, on YouTube, Amrita Create, we have incorporated more than 100 such lab tests for you all to follow this. So teachers, this is already there in Amrita Create YouTube. The next one which I would like you to understand is this is available in Malayalam, this is available in Hindi, this is available in Marathi, this is available in English, this is also available in Kannada. That Kannada translation is done by the Karnataka government. So these are the languages we have so far introduced. Nothing much on that, right? We also have an offline version. We can also give you a installation process window installer, and you can have this online lab without online facility, without internet. I'm so sorry, internet. And we can also send you a CD wherever there is no internet available. You can play the CD and do that particular experiment offline. So offline is also possible because net is not available across, right? Today you teach online for students who have net available, but there are so many places where, even in Kerala, there are some places there are no nets, and all those Gramavasis have put some speakers, and the speakers keep, I saw in one of those videos. So a lot of innovations keep coming up. So that's all on this. And now I would request, thank you so much, teachers, for your patient hearing, and so nice of you to be present here. And it is indeed my pleasure to have interacted with you. Though you can see me, I cannot see you. So Dinesh sir, thanks for your patient hearing if you're there on this. And Anila ma'am, the singing date is still awaited. So
thank you so much. Thank
you so much, ma'am. I will put on to
you brought out of my confusion. Looking at you and listening to you, I was a bit confused. When I listened to you, it sounded like Methil Chris, but when I looked at you, it was totally a different person. So I was a bit confused.
What person? What did you? What was the difference?
We met in Bhavan's Thrissur 4 years back, I feel.
Bhavan's, yeah.
Puchatti, yes. And also in Secretary's office we met. So the person sitting right in front of me now is totally different from that. So I was a bit confused.
Yeah. Were you principal of Puchatti? No, were you principal of the other school?
No, other school, Portur, yeah.
All right, Portur. Okay. Now I remember you, man. I've done a program for your children.
Yes.
In the first floor.
Yes.
All right, but I'm looking totally different now, right?
Yes.
Thank God it's not. I'm not looking indifferent. Okay, go ahead, my Sanish. Go ahead with your program.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Come back last. Thank you so much, ma'am, for remembering me and my face. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Krish.
Thank you.
So, good evening to all of you. I'm just sharing my desktop.
Yeah, it is seen. Can you come back again? Your desktop?
Yeah, I'll come back again in just a second.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, can you see the desktop?
Not yet. Now yes. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So we already got the information about what is OLabs. So now we are going to do how to effectively use this online labs. For that, we need to go to the web page. So I will just show how to use the web page. So just Google it, Amrita OLabs. So as you can see, I'm just searching in Amrita OLabs in Google. So you can see the first link, which is olabs.edu.in. Just click on the link. Or else we can directly enter to the address bar olabs.edu.in. So you will get the Amrita Online Labs homepage. So I'll just give you the brief about the homepage. So if you want to know about the project and details, you can go to the About menu. So in the news, there are several achievements and workshops, training program, everything in the news menu. And if you are requesting for a workshop, there is a workshop tab here and training here. So the students or faculty can register for getting workshop or training program. And next one is the registration. So I will show you for why we need to register for using this OnLab, because there is a user ID and password required for accessing simulation, animation, and video. For that, students and faculty members need to register for using those facilities. So or else a school can register as a bulk. So there is a link here how to register. So there are two Excel files here, download Excel file for students and Excel file for science teachers. So teachers can fill up all the details like name and class details, everything, and you can send to support@olabs.co.in. So we will prepare the unique user ID and password, and using that user ID, there you are able to access this online labs for free of cost. So next one is the contact tab, and last is the login option. So we need to log in for accessing some of the features. And the right side, you can see the language selection menu. So you can see there are several languages available for English, Hindi, Malayalam, etc. So you can switch the language whenever it is necessary. All right. So just come back to the home page and just scroll down to see what are the disciplines available. So as you already mentioned, there are experiments for physics, chemistry, biology, maths, and English. And scroll down, you can see the details about online labs and number of registered users and some feedback about the students and teachers. So I'm not wasting time, directly go to experiments. Just click on physics. So in physical science, you can see the experiment for class 12 at the top. Then you can slowly scroll down to see the experiment for class 11. Similarly, there are experiments for class 10 and also for class 9. So in the physics lab, students can access the experiment from class 9 to 12. So I'm just demonstrating one of the experiments from class 11, which is simple pendulum. So I'm just click on the experiment. So you can see all the experiments have the tab set of arrangement. So it is why we are keeping like this. The student have to follow this all the tab for getting better insight about the particular experiment. So in the theory tab, you can see what are the objectives of this experiment. So our objective of this experiment is to plot LT square graph using simple pendulum and to find the effective length of the simple pendulum for a given time period using the graph, then calculate the acceleration due to gravity at the place. So you can scroll down to see detailed theory, derivations, equation, everything which is needed for this particular experiment. And bottom of the theory tab, you can see the very important sentence which is learning outcome. So student needs to understand what they have learned while using this kind of experiment. So in this particular experiment, students get to know about the simple pendulum and students understand the relation between length of the pendulum, time period and acceleration due to gravity. And they get the idea about importance of LT square graph. So these are the basic idea they will learn using this particular experiment. So I'll move on to the next tab, which is procedure. Just click on the procedure tab. So the procedure tab, you can see the materials required for this experiment, clamp with stand, split cord, cotton thread, etc. And there are procedure for real lab. So students can refer these resources for doing the real lab also. And you can scroll down to see the calculation part, and there are simulation procedures available. So this is important because these procedures that we are using for doing the online labs. And you can scroll down to see observation tab and also tabular column. Then calculations. At the bottom you can see the result section. So this is how we arranged all the experiments in online labs. So in each tab you can see a discussion forum at the bottom of each page. So those who have any clarification or those who need any information about the experiment, they can put on the discussion forum. So our technical team will answer to those questions, or if you know the answer, you can also answer to the questions. So I'll move on to the next tab, which is animation. Just click on the animation tab. So as I mentioned, we need to log in for accessing this animation simulator and video. So click on login button, and there you need to enter the user ID and password, or individual can create an account using create an account link here just below the login button. So I'll just enter the username and password and just click on login. All right. So these are the animations, so showing how to do these experiments, and it will describe what is the features and applications of this simple pendulum. So I request all the teachers to just watch how it is described.
Simple pendulum. The motion is beautiful to witness and wonderful to understand. Materials required: a small bob, cotton thread, meter scale, wooden blocks, vernier calipers, stand with a clamp, stopwatch. Let's measure the diameter of the bob. There are two methods to find the diameter. Place the bob between two wooden blocks. Use the scale and measure its diameter. Alternatively, we can use vernier calipers to measure the diameter of the bob. Consider a rigid support and hang an ideal string. Ideal string means no mass, no weight, no inertia, no tension, perfectly inelastic. Measure the length of the string, starting from the top to the middle of the bob. Displace the small bob from equilibrium and let it oscillate. It oscillates a simple pendulum. Let's study the motion of the simple pendulum. Switch on the stopwatch and measure the time taken for 20 oscillations. Now, find out the time period of oscillation. T is equal to time for 20 oscillations by 20. Time period of oscillation depends on the length of the string, L, and acceleration due to gravity, G. T is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G. The acceleration due to gravity can be calculated from the equation G is equal to 4 pi square into L by T square. Acceleration due to gravity changes from place to place. Acceleration due to gravity on Moon is 1/6 of that in Earth.
That is how it is described. So before moving to the simulator tab, I'm just completing all of the descriptions of tabs. So move on to the video. So in this video tab, students or teachers can watch how to do these experiments in the real lab. So I'm just playing this video also. So just 3 minutes video.
Simple pendulum. A simple pendulum consists of a metallic bob suspended by a light inextensible string passing through the split halves of a cork. Its principle is used in pendulum clocks and in scientific instruments such as accelerometers, seismometers, and gravimeters to measure the acceleration of gravity in geophysical surveys and even as a standard of length. Galileo discovered that the regular motion of pendulums can be used for timekeeping. Here, we can use this simple pendulum to find the acceleration due to gravity at a place by plotting LT square graph. Principle: the acceleration due to gravity at a place is given by G is equal to 4 pi square into L by T square, where L is the length of the pendulum and T is the time period of the pendulum. Materials required: a clamp with stand, split cork, a bob, cotton thread, vernier calipers, stopwatch, meter scale. Procedure: measure the diameter of a simple pendulum bob using vernier calipers. The bob is tied to one end of the string and the other end is passed through the two halves of the cork firmly fixed in a clamp stand. The length of the pendulum is adjusted to be 50 centimeters. Allow the pendulum to oscillate. A stopwatch is started when the pendulum crosses the equilibrium position. The stopwatch is stopped when the pendulum has completed 20 oscillations and the time T is noted. The period of oscillation T is equal to T by 20 is calculated. The experiment is repeated for different lengths like 60 centimeters, 70 centimeters and 80 centimeters. The value of L by T square is calculated in each case and it is found to be a constant. Now, calculate the acceleration due to gravity using the relation G is equal to 4 pi square into L by T square. A graph is plotted with L along x-axis and T square along y-axis. It will be a straight line. From the graph, calculate L by T square as L by T square is equal to AB by OB. G is also calculated using the value L by T square. Applications: usually simple pendulums are used to regulate pendulum clocks. It can also be used as a gravimeter to measure local gravity. Pendulums were used in early seismometers to measure earth tremors.
Alright. So as you can see, while repeatedly watching this video and animation, students will get the idea about how to do these experiments rather than reading the procedure or theory. But it is also important. So next tab is the Viva Voice. So there are 10 questions are available for each experiment to test their knowledge about the particular experiment. So I'm just showing how to answer these questions. So I'm just choosing some random answer. Okay. And scroll down, you can see a submit button at the bottom. So I'm just submitting the answers. So it will show what are the correct answers and what are the wrong answers. So all the Details regarding these questions are available either theory or procedure. So they can find, students can find out the answer while reading the theory and procedure, and also they can do trial and error method and identify the answer. While repeating this kind of questionnaires, the students can build better understanding to answer some type of questions. So I'm just move on to next, which is resource tab. So those who want to know more about this particular experiment, they can refer the resource tab. So there are books and bibliography links are available. So they can refer to those links to get the more details about the particular experiment. And last tab is the feedback. So I'm repeating, it is very important for us because several times we modified the experiments based on the feedback. So there are simple questions here, how it is useful, whether you find any difficulty like that. So you can answer those questions, and at the bottom you can enter the CAPTCHA here. After that you can submit the feedback. So we will analyze each feedback, and based on the feedback we will modify the experiment. So I requesting all the teachers and students to fill up the feedback for each experiment after performing the experiment. So I'll come back to our main tab, which is simulator. So just click on the simulator. So this is our simulator online labs arrangement. The left side you can see the control panels or the parameters which is required for the experiment, and right side you can see the window where the lab setup that you can see. So in this experiment you can see a stopwatch and a bob which is placed on the stand. So we can oscillate the bob, and left side I'm just introducing some features like there are several parameters that we can change, like environment. So you can, in this experiment you can choose Earth, Moon, Uranus, Jupiter, etc. But in normal classroom or laboratory, students can only do the experiments in Earth environment, and they can choose the length of the sphere, length of the thread, and diameter also. But in this, using virtual labs or online labs, they can change the shape of the pendulum, and you can change the material of the pendulum. And there are several wires also available, steel wires, twisted copper wires, etc. So students will repeating experiment using several parameters, and they can identify the effect of oscillation using the different parameters. So we can change the length of the pendulum using the slider here, pendulum length. So just click and drag towards left or right. So on the right side, we can see the length is changing accordingly. So we need to oscillate this pendulum. For that, just click and drag the pendulum towards left or right and release the mouse. So it will start oscillating. So we need to take the time period using the stopwatch. So start the stopwatch from any end of the oscillation. So we have to measure the time for 20 oscillation. After that, we can stop the stopwatch using the stop button. So I'm just scroll down, you can see the workbook available here under the simulation. So students can directly enter the readings here. They don't need to use any rough book or paper for taking the reading. They can directly enter here. So in our case, this experiment, our length is 1.1 meter and time for 20 oscillation. I'm just entering some random value. So after entering the reading, it will automatically calculate the remaining cells. So it will find the acceleration due to gravity. So similarly, students can repeat this experiment for different readings like that. So each time they will calculate the acceleration due to gravity. So if I am changing the environment, we can see how it will be look like. For that, just reset the option. And I'm changing the environment as moon. Just click on the moon from the pop-up menu. And similarly, I'm just oscillating it using click and drag and release. So you can see the oscillation speed is reduced too much. So while doing this kind of experimentation, students can visualize what will be the effect of gravity in other planet also. So this is how we are doing simple pendulum experiment. So move on to one more experiment from physics. So at the top you can see a navigation panel here. So I click on the physics, or else we can click on home and come back to physics. So I will show you one more experiment from class 12, which is Ohm's law and resistance. So I'm not explaining details about other tabs. Directly go to the simulator, as we already discussed about other tab. So click on the simulator tab. So you can see left side the control panels and right side the lab setup arrangement. And you can see the power source, and there is a rheostat and digital voltmeter, digital ammeter, and there's a resistance wire, and this is the key. So we need to make the connections. So I will show how to make the connection. So there is a checkbox available here, show circuit diagram. So those who have any confusion regarding the connection, they can click on the checkbox and see how to make the connection. So all the apparatus are arranged in such a manner they can directly check with this circuit diagram. So there is a battery here. Right side of the battery you can see the rheostat. Similarly, it is arranged like in the setup. There is a battery and right side you can see the rheostat. So you can click one terminal of the battery and attach it to the positive terminal of the ammeter. So this is how we are making the connections in electric circuit. So similarly, I'm just completing this connection from negative terminal to the positive terminal of the voltmeter. Again, click and drag and attach it to the upper terminal of the rheostat. Then lower terminal to key, and then key to the negative terminal of the power source. So after that, we need to place the resistance wire parallel with the voltmeter. So just like before, just click and drag and click in between the terminal of the voltmeter. So it will be automatically attached to the voltmeter. So now we need to put the key. So click and drag and click on the key. So now the key is put on. So the circuit deck is, as you can see, the current is flowing through the circuit. So you can measure the ammeter readings and voltmeter reading from the window. So you can scroll down, you can see the workbook just like before. And I'm just entering the reading in the workbook. So our voltage reading is 0.482. 0.482. I'm just entering the reading. So corresponding current reading is 9.518. So after that, we will calculate the resistance offered by this resistance wire. So now we need to change the rheostat position. For that, there is a slider here in the left side control panel. You can click and drag. So it will change the rheostat position. Similarly, current and voltage will be changed. So I'm just entering the reading again. So I need to create a new row here in the workbook. So there is a plus and minus icon at the bottom of the workbook. So you can click on the plus icon to generate the new row. So after generating, I can enter the value. So our voltage reading is 0.025 and corresponding current reading is 0.499. So each time it will produce a constant resistance value, so which proves the Ohm's law. So students can directly export the reading from this workbook using save icon. So they can save it as CSV file, or else they can plot the graph using the graph plotter here at the bottom of the workbook. So these are the features of this online lab. So they can also repeat the experiment for different resistance wire. So usually in our traditional laboratory, we have only copper or aluminum or nichrome. But using this online labs, they can choose variety of materials like gold, iron, stainless steel, etc. So using those different materials, students will be able to understand the relation between resistance and current. So this is how we are performing the physics Ohm's law experiment. Okay, now I'm going to the home page and we'll demonstrate some experiment from other discipline also. Just click on the chemistry. So if you have any confusion or anything regarding the experiment, you can put on the chat box or you can interact with me. So I'm just showing one of the experiments from chemistry. So as you can see, chemistry have class 12 experiment and you can scroll down to see class 11 experiment. Similarly for class 10 and class 9. Okay, I'm showing one of the experiment from class 12, which is kinetic study on the reaction between iodine ion and hydrogen peroxide. So I'm click on the experiment. All right. So in the theory tab, you can see all the equation derivations for this experiment. Procedure tab, as I mentioned, in chemistry, you can see the pictures of each apparatus. So students will understand thoroughly while referring these pictures. So they can easily identify what are the equipments or apparatus using for this type of experiments. So I'm going to the simulator tab. Just click on the simulator. So in this experiment, we need to identify the time taken for completing the reaction. For that, there are several solutions we need to mix for completing this experiment. So there are volume of the potassium added. I can change using the left side slider. So I'm choosing it as 14 ml. So this is our potassium added, and just click and drag and click on top of this cylinder, measuring cylinder. So the measurement is already given in the slider 14 ml. So we need to pour this potassium added into the conical flask. So every step you need to just click and drag and click on top of the conical flask. So that's how we are pouring the solution. Similarly, we need to mix the hydrogen sulfuric acid, so which is hazardous. So I'm just taking the cylinder and pour into the conical flask like that. Then we need to add the water. So all the details are available in procedure tab. So I'm just showing how to do this experiment. So after that, we have to mix the starch. So again, I'm pouring into the conical flask. Then sodium thiosulfate, and pour into the conical flask like this. And finally, we need to add hydrogen peroxide. And you can click on top of the conical flask. So when the mixing is complete, the glass stirrer automatically stir the mixture, and the stopwatch will start automatically. So we need to measure the time taken for completing this reaction. So once the reaction is complete, the color change occurs. So the color will change from transparent to dark blue. So students have to identify when will be the reaction will complete. So as we can see, I used several solutions for performing this experiment. So while repeating this experiment, students have to start from the left side and all the way to the right side. So while repeating this, students will understand what are the solution for after sulfuric acid and what will be the solution after what, like water, like that. So it will give, while repeating this experiment, it will give more idea about how to perform the real lab. Alright, so we are just waiting for color change occur. So as you can see, it will take around 1 hour time in real lab. So we just completing the experiment within 5 or 10 minutes. So that is the main advantage of this kind of online labs. So left side you can see different volumes that we have used for mixing the solution. So sulfuric acid 10 ml and starch is 5 ml. Sodium thiosulfate is 10 ml, like that. So students can note down the reading from the left side control panel, and they can calculate the reactions based on the procedure tab. Alright, so you can see the reaction is complete now. So you can see the color appeared as dark blue, and the time taken is 1 minute 42 seconds. So we need to enter those readings to the workbook. So I just mentioned before, I'm just filling one reading here. So 14 ml of potassium iodide, and we have to enter time in minute and second separately. So in our experiment, we took 1 minute for completing the experiment and 42 seconds. So it will calculate the total time for completing the experiment in seconds. So similarly, they can repeat the experiment for different volume of the potassium iodide, and they can enter the reading and they can plot the graph. So from the graph, they will identify the relation between potassium iodide and hydrogen, this reaction taking, and time taken for the completing the reactions. Alright, and move on to the next set of experiment from biology. So just click on the biology. So you can see experiment for class 12 at the top, and scroll down to see the class 11 experiment. Similarly for class 10, class 9 also. So I'm showing one of the experiment from class 12, which is study on turbidity, pH and microbial presence in the water. Just click on the experiment. So I'm just showing the procedure, and you can see the apparatus are given with image. So it will be easy for students to identify the apparatus of this experiment. Alright, so I'm directly go to the simulator. So in this experiment, we need to identify the pH value for the water that we have collected. So left side control panel, you can see there are different water samples we have: tap water, wastewater, pond water, backwater, etc. So I'm using the wastewater for this experiment. Just click on the wastewater, and you can see the pH paper here, and the top there is a color chart. So we can compare the color chart with pH paper for identifying the pH value of the collect water sample. So there is a dropper here. So we need to pour the water sample into the pH paper. For that, just click and drag the dropper and touch on top of the water sample. So it will collect the water into the dropper, and just click on top of the pH paper. So it will pour into the pH paper. So suddenly you can see the color will appear. So we can click and drag the color chart and attach it. We can place over here and match out which is the correct value, pH value for this water. So you can see the current pH value is 4. So this wastewater is more acidic in nature. Similarly, you can repeat the experiment for different water sample. And also you can use the universal indicator. So just click and drag universal indicator and pour into the water beaker. So till suddenly color change will appear. So students can easily identify the pH value of the sample, water sample. So the next set of experiment is to study the turbidity of water sample. So there is a pop-up option here. You can choose the turbidity of water sample. Just click on here. So in this experiment, we need to immerse the disk. This disk is called Seekis disk. So there is a black and white portion here. So we need to immerse the disk into the pond and see the visibility of the disk. So for that, there is a slider available in the left side control panel. So I'm just click and drag the slider. So it will be slowly dip into the water. So similarly, you can see the visibility of the disk in the right side window. So I'm just completely immerse the disk till the disk is completely disappear. So currently disk is completely disappear and corresponding length is 96 centimeter. So next step of the experiment is to bring the disk back and just to visible the white portion of the disk. So I just bring it back and you can see the white portion of the Seekis disk and the length is 82 centimeter. So from this both measurements we can find the turbidity of the water. So this is one type of experiment. And the last set of experiment is the living organism in water sample. So we need to identify what are the living organisms present in the water sample of pond water and wastewater. So we are using pond water here. So there is a glass plate and a cover slip and compound microscope. So we need to pour the sediment from the sample to the glass plate. So just click and drag and click on top of the glass plate. So it will pour into the glass plate. So we need to cover the glass with this slip. So just click and drag and click on top of the glass. So now it is covered and we have to place the glass into the compound microscope like that. And we need to measure, see the zoomed view of the compound microscope. So for that there is an eyepiece here at the top of the compound microscope. Just click on the eyepiece. So you can see the zoomed view of the water sample. So from that students can identify what are the living organisms present in the water sample. So all the details are given in the theory tab. So I'm just showing what are the living organisms. So using this image, students are able to identify what are the living organisms present in the water sample. So this is how we are doing the biology experiments. So similarly, I'm doing one more experiment from Max lab. So click on the Max. All right. So in the Max, you can see the experiment for class 10 and class 9. So in the mathematics, there is no practical experiment for class 11 and 12. So all the concept they are learning in mostly in class 9 and 10. So we are showing one of the experiment from class 10, which is volume of the sphere. So I'm just click on the experiment. So in this experiment, students have to identify the relation between volume of the sphere and volume of the cylinder. So just click on the simulator. So you can see it is little bit different than what we have seen before. So there are instructions attached to the simulator tab. So students can either directly go to the simulator for this mathematics experiment. So I click on the start button for continue the experiment. So in the left side you can see the instruction instead of a control panel. So the student have to just follow the instruction and they can easily perform this kind of experiment. So it shows that generate a sphere of diameter 2r and 2 cylinders of height 2r each. So there is a checkbox available here in the toolbox. So I can click the checkbox for generating sphere. Just click on the checkbox. So now we have generated a sphere of diameter 2r. Similarly, we are generating cylinder. So you can see an observation tab at the bottom of the simulation. So now we have a sphere of diameter 2r and 2 cylinder of height 2r and have each drawn here. So we need to click the next button. So when we are completing the each instruction, it will be automatically changed. Now it asks us to click the next button to proceed. So I'm just click on the next button here. So you can see instruction again changed. So click on the check to fill the hollow sphere completely with the sand. So we are pouring the sand into the hollow sphere. Just click on the check. So I just click on the jet. So as you can see, I'm pouring the sand into the hollow sphere. So we have to wait till the sphere is complete. So sphere is complete. So left side the insertion got changed. So now the sphere is completely filled with the sand. Now pour the sand from the sphere into the left side cylinder. So for that we can just click the sphere and drag towards the left side and release the mouse. So it will be pour the sand from sphere to the cylinder, left side cylinder. So we need to fill it again. So I'm just filling the sphere one more time. Just click on the jack. So now our observation is 3/4 of the left cylinder is filled with the sand. So each time the observation will change after completing each step. So just like before, I can just click and drag towards the right side cylinder. So it will be poured into the right side cylinder. Alright, so 3/4 of the right side cylinder is filled with the sand, and this is the last time we are filling the sphere with the sand. So we use 3 times the volume of the sphere to completing the 2 cylinder. So now the sphere is completely filled with the sand, and just click and drag towards the left and release the mouse. So I'm filling the left side cylinder completely with the sand. So half of the volume is filled up with the left side cylinder. Similarly, I fill up the right side cylinder. Just click and drag towards the right and release the mouse. So the left side cylinder is completely filled with the sand. So as soon as completing the right side cylinder, we can see the observation will change automatically. All right. So now it asks us to click to proceed next to proceed the experiment. So I'm just click on the next button. All right. So it will show what are the observation that we have made, and from the observation we will derive the equation for finding the volume of the sphere. So 3 times the volume of sphere equal to 2 times volume of the cylinder. So from the equation we will find the volume of sphere is 3/4 pi r cube. So this is how we are doing the max simulation. So you can see while repeating this experiment, students will identify the mathematical relation between volume of the sphere and cylinder. So the last set of experiment is from English. So I'm just click on the English. So I'm using the one experiment from learning proposition of location. So click on the experiment. So directly go to the lab. There is a lab. You can see the tab here. Click on the lab. So instead of simulator, it is shows as lab because there is no exact experiment in English, but there is an exercise. So students can play it as a playing game. So from that they will learn the concept of prepositions. So there are instructions will pop up. So you can read when you are performing this experiment. I'm just skipping all this instruction. So after that you can click the start button to continue the experiment. So it's a experiment called ball in the living room. So we have a ball here. We can click and drag and place anywhere in the picture. So there will be a sentence will show up at the top of the simulator. So we need to place the ball based on the sentence. So it is asked put the ball on the table. So I can click and drag the ball and place anywhere in the picture. So if I am placing in the wrong place, it will show it is not the correct position. Currently ball is on the chair. So we have to make it correct until it will continue when we make it the correct answer. So it will show congratulations, your answer is correct. So it will be, after completing one experiment, the sentence will change. Place the ball between the family portrait and clock. So if you have any confusion about the preposition use, you can click on the hint option. There's a hint option at the right side. Then click on the hint option. So it will show what is the preposition it used and how to use this preposition. So similarly, they can easily identify the prepositions of locations. So this is how we are doing the English lab. So I suggest all the teachers to explore more details about these experiments and go through each experiment. So initially, you may find it is difficult for performing some experiment, but while repeating it, it will be easy for you. So several research studies shows that students will be able to understand by visually rather than reading the theory or procedure. So please make use of this kind of resources. And I hand over to Krish for the conclusion session. Thank you all.
Thanks a lot, Sanish, for your lively and lovely demonstration of Amrita Online Labs. And for teachers, as he rightly mentioned, that initially when you sign in and when you start conducting those experiments online, you will find some difficulties, possibility of a difficulty, I'm not saying, but if somebody finds any problematic issues that may come when you start using this online lab, please don't hesitate to contact 93450-76625. If my colleague can push this number, have you pushed this number onto, have you given this number, ma'am? Please put this number onto the chat, 93450-76625, and we'll be only too pleased to solve any of your problems that could arise when you start using the online lab. That's number one, 93450-76625. And for those of you who are asking about the e-certificate, we can organize that e-certificate, but then that will be based on the feedback that you give back to us regarding this online lab. So the feedback forms at the moment is available, right? The link is provided there on the chat box, and teachers who wish to respond to the feedback forms which has been already put on to the chat box, please do that immediately. And those feedbacks, wherever we receive, from whomever we receive, we'll wait for a couple of days. That is till today is what, Thursday, till Sunday, till Monday we'll wait. That's Monday morning we will send all those IDs, email IDs of yours for preparing the e-certification for you. There are quite a few doubts which I don't think I have time for, because it's only for 1 hour 30 minutes. We are just left with about 12 more minutes. So I'm thankful to all of you. So on behalf of Amrita Vishwavidyapeetham, it's my pleasure to thank the Trichy Sahodaya for giving us an opportunity to get connected to almost 600 odd teachers and maybe 40-50 schools under you. So that's all from my side, and over to Malini ma'am or Anila ma'am. I'm sorry, Anila ma'am, to take over this conclude. How are you, ma'am?
Nice to see you. I'm fine, sir. Namaste. It was a wonderful interactive, demonstration what Sanish had given. And in fact, in 2014-15, I feel, or 15-16, I don't remember exactly, we had a direct orientation session from OLAB. It was just after you got it approved by the CBSE. And that time I had around 365 participants coming to my school. We were the host school for Trichy Sahodaya, and 365 plus participants that time we had from all the 3 branches of science. Of course, maths was not included that time. And now I think maths and English, it is addition. From that day, it had gone long way ahead. And almost, it was a coincidence. Just last week, I was going through OLAB online because I have a session tomorrow, ICT integration in chemistry. I'm a chemistry teacher too. So all the experiments, the placement is very nice. I have experienced, because the procedure is given, the actual experiment is given, and then the simulation is given. So last week when I had a meeting with my chemistry teachers of Trichy Sahodaya, they were all concerned about how to conduct the experiments, etc. At least the concepts can be, I don't know what the decision will come from CBSE, but even then some kind of simulations can be given by the teachers to the students online. and those who don't catch up easily in the real situation, not online classes, even offline classes, for them to practice and get confidence, this is very good, I felt. Especially in chemistry, you know, slight one drop makes a color change. It's given beautifully. I was just trying the titration, potassium permanganate titration in one drop, how the color gets changed. So overall, I must say it is a very good initiative from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, and definitely it's going to be useful for all of us, and I hope the teachers will explore more possibilities, and whatever doubts they have, definitely, as you said, they will get back to you and clear it out. And it is being a free service, I request all the teachers, all the participants to make use of it. It is in simple language what is explained. That is the beauty of it. It's not much complicated. The procedure is very simple to get signed into the site itself. That is very simple procedure. And I'm sure the teachers will make use of it. And I would like to thank all of you for this wonderful initiative, and my special thanks to Ms. Janani. Till the last minute, even when I was online, you know, I have joined the meeting. Even then, for the troubles, I was contacting her, and she was helping me out. So my special thanks to her, and Sanish for the presentation, and Chris sir, thank you so much, and I'm sure we'll meet again and have a wonderful time.
So thank you so much, ma'am, for your lovely words, and I'm sure that this is going to help many of the teachers from Trichu's Sahodaya. And
Hope so.
let us now have to say goodbye. All that begins will have to end well. And nice meeting you, ma'am, again. And
tomorrow's session, definitely I'll be mentioning about OLAB, because
wonderful.
Simulation, some samples I have to give. So practical side, definitely OLAB will be one of the items which I'll be introducing to the chemistry teachers all across India, and even from abroad. The CBSE teachers are free to register, so I am expecting some around 80 participants for the COE session. So maybe they can approach through their Sahodayas and to Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeeth, and they will. Yeah.
So thank you so much. So
thank you so much.
Maithil Krish signing off from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeeth. So till we meet again or get in touch again, Jai Hind.
Jai Hind, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.